Shanti, and very good morning to Divine Family. So today we will continue the same Murli, fourth part, where Baba is meeting Sevadaris. So this Murli, we started right, 3 days ago. So it's the fourth part. And here Baba is meeting all Sevadaris, and Baba says, service, the importance of service, and we have to serve all and then take blessings, and the greatest treasure of everything is the greatest treasure is we actually take from, by doing service, we get the blessings. And the instant fruit of service is the contentment, and that we get as a prasad when we do service. So Baba is saying that we have to do service and change the atmosphere. We should not be attracted or influenced by the atmosphere. And so seva service is very important. It's a lottery. So we have to take that opportunity, and taking a chance to do service means to win a lottery. Okay, so Baba says that we have to become an instrument to reveal Baba. Okay, so we'll start the Murli together. So the title of the Murli is The Hope That All Souls Have in You Ancestors. Okay. Bapdada meeting Sevadaris. Of which place are you servers? You know very well that you are servers of the great sacrificial fire, do you not? Those who are servers of the great sacrificial fire receive prasad, holy offering, from the yajna. Great importance is given to prasad of the yajna. Generally, in the world, a soul who receives prasad is considered to be a great and fortunate soul. Those who receive prasad is considered to be great and fortunate soul. Not everyone can receive prasad. Only fortunate souls receive it. So this is the great prasad from the great yajna. What is great prasad? Constantly accumulate an income and attain all treasures in the great prasad. Accumulate an income and attain all treasures is the great prasad. Because it is by serving this great yajna that you experience the great treasure of all powers, of happiness, peace, and etc. So it is through the service that we experience all this, treasures, all powers, happiness, peace, etc. Therefore, this is the yajna's prasad. With this prasad, you constantly remain content and will continue to do so in the future. Therefore, the greatest treasure and prasad is the attainment of contentment. So Baba says the greatest treasure and prasad is the attainment of contentment. Okay. Whilst you have been staying here, you have remained constantly content, have you not? you have now developed the practice of remaining content in any type of atmosphere. You have developed the practice of remaining content in any type of atmosphere. You should not be pulled by the atmosphere. Instead, you must transform the atmosphere. Right? We shouldn't be pulled by the atmosphere, but instead we should be transforming the atmosphere. This is the sign of a great warrior. So, do you think you have received the great prasad? Do you think you've received the great prasad? You are the greatly fortunate souls who have received the great prasad. So this is the great prasad, the opportunity that we get to do service, and therefore we make our fortune so elevated, and we'll also get the instant fruit, that of peace, happiness, all that instantly. And we shouldn't be pulled by the atmosphere. Instead, we should transform the atmosphere. Right? So it's really a great prasad. And then Baba further says, however many souls you have served, the good wishes of all those souls have become blessings for you. Right? That's the secret. So the more we serve, those who take the service, they feel good, right, with the service that you offer to them. And then what comes out of is the blessings, right? So that really works as a lift in the spiritual, right? So Baba says the good wishes of all those souls have become blessings for you. So from how many souls have you received blessings? Blessings from the most elevated souls make you full and complete for many births. Another important line. Blessings from the most elevated souls make you full and complete for many births. Right? So, okay. Have you taken blessings from everyone? Did you constantly understand all secrets? Did you remain happy? You weren't upset in service, were you? You weren't upset in service. Baba is asking. Always happy. Even if someone tries to make you unhappy, you won't be unhappy. Because those who know the secret of this being a variety tree never become unhappy. Variety tree, right? So that means everybody is with one or the other, sanskar, right? So everyone is unique. So when you know the secret of the tree, right, then you will never become unhappy. You will learn the art of cooperating with everyone, right? Adjusting with everyone. Okay. To become unhappy means not to understand the secret. Therefore, do all of you understand all secrets? To receive a chance to serve means to win the lottery with a lucky number. To receive a chance to serve means to win a lottery with a lucky number. A server is one who claims the lucky number. You are those with a lucky number, are you not? Very few receive a lucky number, and with a lucky number, the attainment you have is the most elevated. Baba says very few receive the lucky number, that it's the lottery, that is of the service, right? They take the chance of doing service. And with the lucky number, the attainment you have is the most elevated. The return that you get is really, it lasts for so many births, right? To have a lucky number means you yourself have become lucky. You yourself have become lucky. Acha. Have you mothers accumulated in your account for birth after birth? Now, Baba is addressing the mothers. So, Baba is asking, have your mothers accumulated in your account for birth after birth? To create a reward for many births in one birth is a very cheap bargain. So, to create a reward for many births in one birth is a very cheap bargain, right? Nobody offers this sort of a deal, right? Other than Baba. Is it not? You work hard for a short time and receive the fruit of that for birth after birth, right? You work hard for short time and you receive the fruit of that for birth after birth. So, have all of you made a cheap bargain and earned your income? Mothers have been constantly cooperative, and so congratulations. Mothers have been constantly cooperative, and so congratulations. Baba is giving them congratulations. Just as you created fortune to service here, so to constantly keep this fortune with you. Pay attention constantly to keep the lamp of your fortune constantly alight. Pay attention constantly to keep the lamp of your fortune constantly alight. Constantly keep your fortune with you. That is, keep the bestower of fortune with you. Constantly keep the fortune with you. That is, keeping the bestower of fortune with us. When others see your stars of fortune sparkling, their fortune will also open. Right? When others see, when somebody does godly service, right? So they'll also inspire others to come and do some sort of a support, right? And then therefore that will also become a part for them to create their fortune. And then further Baba says, what wonder should the Kumaris now perform? So now Baba is addressing the Kumaris. The biggest wonder of all is that as soon as the father says something, the children do it practically. As soon as the father says something, the children do it practically. Just like Chatrak birds imbibe each drop immediately. Just like the Chatrak birds, Kumaris or Sevataris, as soon as Baba says something, children do it practically. Therefore, the biggest wonder is that every version spoken by the Father is demonstrated in practice. Everything spoken by Father is demonstrated, Baba says, in practice. The words of the Father are revealed through your behavior. The words of the Father are revealed through your behavior. This is the wonder of the Kumaris. This is why it has been said in the memorials that the Kumaris reveal the Father. Kumaris reveal the Father. They attained victory, did they not? So, which Kumaris were they? Each one of you should think it was you, the one who revealed the Father. Okay, each one of you should think that it was you. In this, each one of you should put yourself first. Baba says, in this, you should put yourself first, I first. This is known as the wonder of the Kumaris. Each soul should become an instrument soul to reveal the Father. And each of you will become an invaluable jewel. Each of you should become an instrument, soul, to reveal the Father. And each of you will become an invaluable gem. Acha? Om Shanti. So there the Murli completes. Now let's take a minute silence and remember Baba, and then we can come back and share our takeaways. Om Shanti. Let's sit in silence. Om Shanti. So now the forum is open. Feel free to unmute and share your takeaways. How are you going to reveal the Father? What is the takeaway? Baba said how lucky we are, so this one birth, when we engage ourselves in godly service, revealing Father, right? So the return that we get is for many births.
The Baba gave an example of prasad, and in Lokic life also, whoever gets prasad considers himself to be fortunate. So, one reflection here is everything that shows up in life is Prabhu Prasad. If we relate all situations, every moment that's coming up in life as Prabhu Prasad, then the context is very different in living life. There's no complaint, there's no grudge, there's no anger, because there is an intoxication that everything is Prabhu Prasad. That was one point that so that's what I connected with when Baba says today about Prasad. And that's one way to reveal the Father, because then whatever is happening in life, there is stability and calmness, because the awareness is there that this is Prabhu Prasad. Whatever I'm getting in my life is Prabhu Prasad. Om Shanti.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's everything is Prabhu Prasad, including the situation that we come across, right? Not only the seva on the offerings that we get, right? And this is all an opportunity for us to take that prasad, Prabhu Prasad. That's a very good way of looking at when your attitude completely changes.
Om Shanti brother, good morning. Baba somehow is telling more about service today. So service is the route to or the path towards attainments, blessings and contentment. So it's a great way to look at doing service because it ultimately reveals Father. Somehow serving a Brahmin soul, serving other people and serving the Yagya and the service shows overall the bright part of ourselves and the Father itself. So I got that inspiration that whatever we are doing should reveal the Father through service. Om Shanti.
Yeah, that's a wonderful point, brother. Yeah. Because if we serve somebody, right, so they will feel good about the service that they have received, right? So that goodness, that good wishes that emerges out of them will, will go to our account. Will, that will come back to us as a blessing from them, right? So that will really do wonders, right? So the more we serve others, right, the better it is. The better we accumulate, the better attainments, the better that will work as a lift, Baba said. So one way to go fast in this Purusharth is to serve others, as many as possible. And yes, when you serve it, right, so you have to be very careful while serving, because um, our intention should be to reveal the Father through our action, through when we serve them, right? So we shouldn't be trying to reveal ourselves, right? That is also one thing that we need to keep in mind. Any other?
Om Shanti, good morning, Divine Family. One point is also this, like whatever we are doing in this conference age, it becomes a memorial in the from the Dwapar Yuga, and so therefore, whatever, like there is a Murli which I read, which is relating to this, is when we are singing the praises of God in this conference age, and the devotee souls start singing, chanting, kirtans for the DT souls, for we DT souls. Therefore, and similarly, when we are constantly in the constant remembrance, ekras avastha, then the devotee souls will also be constantly aligned to the DT, we DT souls in a ekras, in the one ek bal ek bharosa. You know, there's so many points. I think around 12, 14 points which of intoxication. So therefore, every moment of the confluence age is related there when we are DT souls, and how the devotee souls will be approaching us, in what state of mind and what stage, and how much determination, faith they will have in us, looking for a solution. They will be looking for a solution from us. So it all depends on that fortune is getting. The foundation is the confluence age. When we being ancestral souls, we are the foundation. Whatever we think to speak and do is what will be emulated by the devotee souls. uh, Om Shanti. So we are creating fortune now, which will be reflecting in every and in fact entire kalpa, that this is the stage, this is the basis of creating that multi-million fortune. Om Shanti. Till the last birth. Om Shanti.
Exactly, like you said, yeah. Yes. So this is the time to create our fortune for the next 5,000 years. This is the time you lay the foundation. So, so we
We
have
are,
to,
we are sowing the seeds of fortune now. This is a time when the field is ready, and we just have to sow the seeds of thoughts with the right attitude now, and that becomes the basis for the entire crop, which will be available through the entire kalpa. I mean, to just say, to give an example of a agriculturalist, this is a time to sow the seeds of good thoughts, positive thoughts, Shubh Bhavna and Shubh Kamna for everyone. And actually, we are not. Nobody is doing favor. We are doing favor on ourselves by doing this. Our our fortune is being created. Each individual soul's fortune is created, so we should do it for our own self rather. That's the first beneficiary in this process. Om
So, like you just, like you were saying, sharing that, so one thing that touched me is that, the seed, right, and the service that we do. So that intention is very, very important. There shouldn't be any self-interest when we do service, right? So it has to be selfless service. And that's when it is really service. So uh, if you if you have pure attitude, and your intention is for benefiting the whole world, then it's a real service, right? If the
Correct.
service is only for the self, then
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 it's not a service. Yeah, yeah. But it
it's
has to
not
be
really.
equal to Father. As Father is a world servant, he's a supreme server.
Mhm.
Similarly, and he's Nyara and Pyara. He's not attached. He's not self-oriented. He's just doing it because his nature is that to serve. Similarly, we also when we serve in a pure form, then we are equal to Father.
Right, right. Yeah, that attitude is very important. Yeah.
Om Shanti Brother. Baba also told how many blessings we have received from how many souls. If you receive the blessings from the greatest soul, then you will become perfect, complete with all the attainments and particularly the contentment Baba mentioned. So, if we have to receive blessings, then our actions should be beneficial for all. Then only we can attain blessings from all the elevated souls. Om Shanti Prabhu.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Contentment is also the biggest jewel. So from yesterday, fully I am thinking of that. So it's the biggest jewel. We have to wear it all through. So what are the ways to become content, to make others content? And said today Baba also mentioned if you receive the blessings from the elevated souls, so you can tell something about this, brother.
Yeah, yeah. The contentment is very important. Yeah, right. So when you are contented, right, you can make others also content, right? Because how you can make yourself content is one method is you can look at what Papa is giving us, right? We have so many attainments. We can see what we are becoming. God Himself is coming every day to teach me because nobody has this fortune. Very less people in the whole world, right, will have these fortunes, right? So I am one among them, right? So I am very special. God is teaching me. So we have to find our way, what intoxicate us, right? And that will eventually become, make us content, right? When we are content, that will reflect on our face, right? It will reflect on our action also, right? So that intoxication has to be there. Then that will definitely make you do service. When you know that you are Master God, you are child of God, right? Then you will have the attitude that, okay, I also want to serve others because you only have the right introduction or knowledge of God, and people are searching everywhere, right? So they don't know what God is, but whatever they are getting information, right, from other sources, they are trying to get to God. But now we have all the attainments from God and we have the right information of God. So we should give this fortune to others also. Now, if you look at people, those who are living in Kali, right? So they have one or the other sort of sorrow. right, that they're going through every day. Situations, everything that they come across, they're not really able to stay beyond that, right? So they go through the challenges, they suffer, they cry, go through the pain. Whereas Baba's children, they have the ability to stay beyond that because they know that this world is like that, right? Um, pulling one other man's leg or insulting, teasing, all that is kind of a rites of Kali Yuga Sanskar, right? Kali Yuga Sanskar. So when we have the ability to step beyond all that, right? So we can also make others to come into the same route so that they also, can stay beyond all the problems. So that will also work as a blessing. So when they are able to, stay up of all the problems, peacelessness and sorrow that is in the world, right? So they feel good, right? So when they feel good, that will come back to us in the form of blessings into our account. So that is really going to work. And I think the big Papa mentioned about elevated souls means I guess it's the Brahmin souls, right? Because service is done at a different level, right? So Brahmins also, some Brahmins also receive, take service, right? So if you take Dadis and senior brothers, right? So they all take service from juniors, right? So when they take the service, right? So they get huge returns, right? So often Baba mentioned this in with Murlis, where the Rath ko sambalne wala, right? So those who are looking after the body of the dadis and all, right? So Baba addresses them also, and sometimes in the Murli. So that all, I think it's big blessings, right? That's what I get out of it. If anybody else have anything else, please feel free to share.
Thank you, brother. But if it is so, then how we all can get that situation to serve that elevated Brahmins? So not all, only very few are taking care of them, but we are running outside.
Yeah, I think whatever is possible in our hand, because we will not get that opportunity, right? Because it's all within the Yakya. We are householders, right? So whatever is in our hand, let's do the best, right? So when we get, I'm sure when if you go to your center, you will get an opportunity to serve the surrendered soul there, right? So do that to your best, right? So everybody's role is different in this unlimited drama, right? But at the same time, what is important is everybody have this, everybody can remain happy, content, make others content. That part everybody can play. Okay, so be happy about what we have, right? So slowly, who knows, things will change. You might get a better opportunity tomorrow to serve. Yeah.
Yeah, brother. Thank you, brother.
Any other sharings?
Om Shanti. Uh, there was an issue with my mobile, so it got disconnected. I don't know whether this point was shared or not about the Chatrak bird. Has it been shared?
No.
Vijay ji?
No. Go ahead.
That Chatrak bird, Baba gave an example, right? In the Murli. That
Yeah, right.
that as we receive, it is imbibed. For that, when we are receiving these jewels of knowledge from the Supreme Teacher, Supreme Father, Supreme Sadguru, then at the moment we receive, we can become an embodiment. That's what Baba says. Practically, it has to show through our virtues. That example of a Chatrak bird is so befitting, because Chatrak bird receives a drop of rain, and just during a particular time when the first rain which comes, and he receives directly right within, and takes it in. So it doesn't waste even a second. In a split second, he receives that drop. Similarly, these jewels of knowledge, the moment we heard, it should go deep within, isn't it? And we become an embodiment, not less than the embodiment. So that intoxication, that kind of uh, deep, you can say, value, the highest value attached to each word is that
Very true.
kind of.
Abba is really ocean of knowledge. And the kind of words, the kind of example that Baba gives is really accurate. The Chaprak bird example is also wonderful here. So, like you mentioned, rightly mentioned that in the first strain of the season, right? So the Chaprak bird is eagerly waiting and then picking up the drops, raindrops, right? So similarly, yeah, as soon as Baba said, so we have to bring it to practical.
Since that time with Chatrak bird, waits patiently, keeps waiting until that moment comes. And that for us, that moment is this conference age. We've been waiting since Dwapar. Since not only since Dwapar, I think Satyuga also we didn't have the company of the Supreme Father, Teacher, Sadguru, all relationship with him. We didn't have. So we've been waiting from the day one of the new Kalp, this Kalp. Uh, till now we got the fathers. That we all are, Baba says, Chatrak words. That moment is now. We have to just keep our intellect mouth open and receive it as it is, without any wasting and even a split second. Om Shanti.
Right. Yeah. So everybody's a Chaprak birds here. As soon as Baba said, we'll quickly imbibe it, make it our own, right? Okay,
Yes.
that's a beautiful example. Thank you, Umbai, for sharing that.
Well, it brings intoxication, Vijay bhai. When you see this Chatrak Varna, this example has come so many times in on various different Murlis. And even in Sakar Murli, it comes. And Chatrak doesn't, the specialty of Chatrak is that Chatrak bird doesn't receive any other knowledge, any other drops, just of this particular Murt only he'll receive. That's another beauty. That we should not uh, dilute the value of you know the supreme ocean of knowledge with any other low energy knowledge. This is the supreme which we are receiving, pure. So intellect has to be like golden, pure, so that in that state we should just receive it. Om Shanti.
Right. Right. And another word Baba says tasafal kana, right? Fresh fruit. Okay. So
Baba used that in which occasion? I'm not. I didn't. I actually joined little late. So what was that context? This fruit which Baba mentioned.
no, I said the some in sometimes Baba used this word fresh fruit, eating fresh fruit, right? So fresh fruit is immediately it is the season started and it came, and then immediately taking and eating fresh fruit. Fresh fruit will give us good health, right? And if the fruit is kept and it's overripened and then we take it, it's not really good. It's not the vitamins, everything in the fruit is half is gone. So if you eat it a fresh
Fresh
fruit,
one,
then you are healthy. So similarly, as soon as Baba said, just like you mentioned about the chatrik bird, right? So as soon as Baba said, we pick up and imbibe it.
correct, correct. Just bite it and just because and it should be taken empty stomach. So therefore, intellect has to be totally clean and clear to receive these jewels of knowledge. Then it will the best thing to have the fruits in the morning, empty stomach. Then thereafter you can take other fruits, isn't it? So that also.
Right. That's also very important, because if you take it in the morning, it will stay with you for longer, because in the morning you're fresh, right? Your mind is fresh. So after a deep sleep, everything that was in the previous days closed, and then your mind is so fresh, ready to observe. So that's when you need to start feeling with this powerful godly knowledge, right? High voltage energy. So then that's going to help you carry out with that energy throughout the day. Yeah, so it has, I mean, the time has so much of importance. Okay, I think we'll move towards meditation and then close the session for the day. We'll sit in silence and remember Baba. We all are his chatrak birds. And Baba is giving drop by drop, and we are imbibing it. Let's have that visuals in the mind, the screen of our mind. Om Shanti. Let's sit in silence. Om Shanti. Thank you, Baba. Thank you, Divine Family. We shall connect again tomorrow at 5 a.m. So until then, you all have a wonderful day. Right? Om Shanti.
Thank you, Baba.